The human mind is a dark, swirling vortex. It's a place where reality bends and twists, where the impossible becomes possible, and where nightmares come to life. We think we know ourselves, but do we really? There's a veil, a thin gossamer curtain. It separates our waking world from the abyss that lies beneath. Sometimes that veil flutters. In those moments we catch glimpses of something other. It's terrifying, it's exhilarating, it's the unknown calling out to us, beckoning us to peek behind the curtain. But be warned, once you look, you can never unsee. The mysteries of the mind are not for the faint of heart. There are those who have dared to lift the veil. Psychonauts, dream walkers, mad scientists of the mind. They've peered into the abyss, and the abyss has peered back. What they've found defies explanation. It challenges our very notion of reality, of sanity, of what it means to be human. The mind is a mirror that doesn't always show us what we expect. In the depths of our minds there are echoes, whispers from the void. They speak of things beyond our comprehension, of realities that shouldn't exist, yet they do. In the quiet moments, when the world falls away, we can hear them, calling to us, tempting us to listen, to understand. But understanding comes at a price. Those who have heard the echoes are never the same. They speak of impossible geometries, of colours that don't exist, of sensations that defy description. Their eyes hold a haunted look, as if they've seen things no human was meant to see. And perhaps they have. The echoes tell of a world beyond our own, a world that exists in the spaces between thoughts, in the pauses between heartbeats. It's a world of pure consciousness, of raw, unfiltered experience. But it's also a world of madness, of chaos, of things that should not be. Our minds are vast labyrinths, endless corridors of memories and experiences. But not all paths are well lit. Some lead to dark places we've tried to forget. But the forgotten memories don't disappear. They wait, lurking in the shadows, biding their time. Sometimes a stray thought, a familiar scent, a half-remembered tune. They can lead us down these forgotten paths, and suddenly we're face to face with things we thought we'd buried, things we never wanted to see again. But there they are, as fresh and raw as the day they were formed. The labyrinth is not just a place of fear, it's also a place of wonder, of lost knowledge, of experiences so profound that our conscious minds couldn't process them. They're all there, waiting to be rediscovered. Beneath the surface of our thoughts, there's another world. A world of whispers and half-formed ideas. It's the realm of the subconscious, a place where logic holds no sway, where the impossible becomes possible, and where our deepest fears and desires take shape. The subconscious speaks to us constantly, in dreams, in fleeting thoughts, in the choices we make without realizing why. It's a voice that's always there, always whispering, but we rarely listen. We're too caught up in the noise of our conscious minds, too afraid of what we might hear if we truly listened, but sometimes the whispers grow louder. They break through the barrier of consciousness, and when they do, strange things happen. People report sudden flashes of insight, moments of clarity that seem to come from nowhere, or darker things, urges and impulses that they can't explain, that they're afraid to acknowledge. The subconscious is a mirror of our true selves. It reflects the parts of us that we hide from the world. Section 5. The fractured mirror of perception. Reality is not what it seems. Our minds are fractured mirrors, each shard reflecting a different aspect of the world around us, but the reflections are distorted, warped by our experiences, our beliefs, our fears. What we see is not what is, it's what our minds tell us is there. Sometimes the cracks in the mirror widen, reality shifts, bends, breaks. People report seeing impossible things. colors that shouldn't exist, objects that defy the laws of physics. Are these hallucinations or glimpses of a deeper truth? The fractured mirror of perception is not just about what we see, it's about how we interpret the world. Two people can experience the same event, yet come away with completely different memories, different understandings. Which one is right? Are either of them right? Or is truth itself as fractured as our perceptions? Section 6. Shadows in the synapses. In the electrical storms of our brains, shadows dance. They flit between neurons, whisper in the gaps between synapses. These are the thoughts we can't quite grasp, the memories that slip away as soon as we try to focus on them, the ideas that hover just beyond our reach. Scientists tell us that our brains are just complex biological machines, that our thoughts, our feelings, our very consciousness is nothing more than electrical impulses and chemical reactions. But if that's true, what are these shadows? Some theorize that these shadows are echoes of other minds, fragments of consciousness that have somehow broken free from their original hosts. They drift through the collective unconscious, sometimes finding a new home in an unsuspecting brain. Section 7. The Paradox of Lucid Nightmares. We all know what it's like to dream, to experience fantastical worlds and impossible situations. But what happens when the dream becomes too real? When we become aware that we're dreaming, yet can't wake up? Welcome to the world of lucid nightmares. In a lucid nightmare, the dreamer is aware. They know they're dreaming. But instead of being able to control the dream, they're trapped, forced to experience horrors with the full knowledge that it's not real, yet unable to escape. It's a paradox of consciousness, a state of being both asleep and awake, both in control and helpless. Section 8. Echoes of Ancestral Madness. Our minds are not entirely our own. They carry the echoes of those who came before us. Our ancestors, their experiences, their traumas, their madness. It's all there, encoded in our DNA, whispering to us from the depths of our genetic memory. Sometimes these ancestral echoes break through into our conscious minds. People report sudden, inexplicable fears, phobias that make no sense in the context of their own lives. Are these remnants of ancestral experiences, warnings passed down through generations? But it's not just fears that echo through time. Some report flashes of knowledge they shouldn't possess, skills they've never learned, languages they've never studied, as if the memories of their ancestors are bubbling up from the depths of their minds. Section 9. The Quantum Dance of Thoughts. At the smallest scales, reality becomes strange. Quantum physics tells us of particles that can be in two places at once, of cause and effect reversed, of a world that defies all logic and reason. But what if our thoughts themselves are quantum phenomena? Some theorists propose that consciousness itself is a quantum process, that our thoughts exist in a state of superposition. Multiple possibilities all existing simultaneously, until the moment we become aware of them. Then the waveform collapses, and a single thought emerges into our conscious mind. If this is true, it has staggering implications. Every decision we make, every thought we have, could be influencing countless parallel realities, versions of ourselves that took different paths, made different choices. Section 10. Beyond the mind's edge. We stand at the precipice of understanding, the edge of what we know about the mind, but beyond that edge lies what? A vast unknown, a realm of possibilities both terrifying and exhilarating. What wonders and horrors await us as we push further into the mysteries of consciousness? Some say that true understanding of the mind will lead to a new era of human evolution, that we'll transcend our physical limitations, become beings of pure thought. Others warn of the dangers.